And lastly, Faith played a song for Gerry on the guitar. And this was a really sweet moment, very intimate. And Gerry ended up saying that he finds Faith very attractive. And it seemed like they really connected in terms of what they were looking for in the long run. Again, now people are still getting to know Gerry, so it's still surface level conversations. But I really liked how Faith just went straight for the deep conversation and really seemed to strike a chord with Gerry in terms of talking about, what are you looking for in the future? I connect with you, and really just looking him deep in the eyes. And in between those moments of when those women would pull Gerry aside and have their conversations, we would get scenes of the women all just sitting around the couch, just complimenting each other and being so supportive of one another. And I gotta admit, I unfortunately seen many of those moments in previous Bachelor, even Bachelorette seasons where guys are really complimenting each other. It seemed more of a competitive mindset of keeping your eyes out for your competition, not necessarily being buddy-buddy with them or being friends with them. And if they were, it was more in a fake way. But for me, this situation, this context just seemed more refreshing, more authentic, and more wholesome. So I hope this trend continues because kind of over that old catty drama. So hopefully we don't get much of that for the Golden Bachelor season. Now, towards the end of the night, Jesse brought in the first impression rose, and some of the ladies got concerned because some of them didn't have a chance to speak with Gerry at all. Teresa finally got her chance after freaking out a little bit and ended up reading Gerry a letter from her daughter. Gerry said, and was laughing to this letter, and said he relates to his daughter the same way Teresa does with hers. A really sweet and smooth moment was when Gerry gifted a cupcake with candles to commemorate Teresa's 70th birthday. Now, this is where we got to take notes with Gerry's moves, you guys. Gerry took a bite of the cupcake and Teresa helped Gerry kiss off the frosting on his lips. I was like, if we are getting these moves on night one, we have a lot in store for what he has yet to bring for later on in the season. It was a really sweet moment. And Gerry ended up giving the first impression rose, not to Teresa, but to Faith. Gerry said she made the impression of making him feel special. Faith said the rose represents hope of creating something beautiful together. They shared a lot of kisses as the other contestants watched on a little awkwardly.